What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Beyond the Gym Floor. You have caught us at peak caffeinated brain function. There's about a 90-minute window that Jason and I have per day that we're useful as people in this cut, and we've just caught it on camera. Really useful episode for everyone trying to figure out their message as a coach, getting to understand their clients better, being able to communicate better, dealing with perceived opinions of other people or maybe real opinions of other people, figuring out who you are, what you stand for, and being able to tie all that into being a successful personal trainer. The episode goes a lot of places at reasonably fast pace. Well, felt fast for us. Maybe it's not. We're just really in a deep deficit. Enjoy the episode. As always, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit the share button on Spotify. So then you'll get all the imagery and it'll still look nice. Give us a tag. That'll be much appreciated. And then Standout PT is open. Summer is, in my opinion, the best time to work on your business. You know you're going to have a quiet period coming up. So it's a perfect time to be in development, building new stuff, making your service better, making your content better. Maybe it's time to launch online in the new year and you want to put all those frameworks together. So stcfit.com, find the Standout PT drop down. Check it out. You can book a free call with me and we can suss if it's going to be useful for you. But for now, enjoy the episode and I'll see you next week.
We bought these Christmas jumpers.
Yeah. Ugly sweaters.
Yeah, but they have pictures of Mav on them.
Dope.
Yeah, so you were able to pick your design,
Yep.
pick your colour, and then you got to upload a picture of your dog and then it would just cut the face out. Mm-hmm. And I just had to pick the perfect picture that wasn't zoomed.
It would work, yeah.
Yeah, so you could get his whole face, like his ears and his tongue. Fuck, it's getting me mad.
That's awesome.
I picked the best photo. It cost me a ridiculous amount of money, but
it's worth it.
Well, it didn't. It's just no different to a jumper. It was $85, I think.
Yeah.
But I bought two because definitely I'm gonna wear them at Christmas.
Yeah.
But I'm so excited.
That's the best.
Yeah, they're red. And then, his face and he's tongues out and shit. He's real happy. I'm can't wait.
That's the best.
Yeah.
The big Mav.
Yeah.
We got matching ones. We got all three of us.
Yeah.
Gingerbreads.
Nice. Mm. Yeah. When's your Christmas tree go up?
1st of December.
Yeah, we always have this debate. Steph reckons it's not long enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. People put it in December, but she's it's only up for 3 weeks then. Mm. It's not long enough. And I was yeah, fair. So we put the wreath on the door.
I saw the wreath, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm don't you think it's a bit early, bro? And she's nah. And that was it. That was the only conversation we had. I don't.
I think because I'm the 10th, Amy's the 30th.
Yeah.
It's let's just do birthdays. Mm. And then...
Yeah, I remember my mum used to always try and get the Christmas tree down before my birthday.
Yep.
So between the week of Christmas and New Year, she's it's got to go down because it's your birthday.
birthday.
But then now I'm
leave it up.
Leave it up.
Yeah. Put more presents in there.
Don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I know you already have it, and I haven't used it yet, so this is just a prequel. Mm. But I finally got my first lawnmower Manscaped set.
Oh, yeah. Well, to be fair, I don't use it anymore.
You don't?
Well, mine died on me.
Yeah.
So be careful.
So I
bought a better one.
Yeah. I'm assuming that it's more marketing than quality, but they just hit
How
me.
much detail are we going into here? Because the one thing I was happy about is you could
be very aggressive.
We could shave your bits and not worry about it.
Well, that's the point, right?
But you could.
I was having this conversation with my barber.
How much detail?
And I'm not I'm not a zero guy.
You can be now.
I don't want to be that.
Yeah.
It's the risk of itch, the risk of bad regrowth situations, ingrowns.
Oh, no. What are you dealing with down there, bro? You should be fine.
No, but anything that you if I shave my legs, I get ingrowns.
Yeah,
if I go to zero.
Not if you shave it's different. The hair's not as thick, bro.
So his theory was, I've never gone to zero. And his theory was that it's actually very common.
It's not
more likely to happen there than your legs.
I don't think it's worth it because once you get sweaty, your balls stick to your legs.
Yeah, which is not it.
So I don't. That's not a.
Agreed.
Yeah, so I don't want that.
Yeah,
it's the hottest part of your body.
Yeah,
you don't want shit sticking.
Nah.
So that's my.
Yeah. So I'm a number 2 maybe.
You know, I found these jocks. I'm getting hammered with like
These
male,
ones with the air vents in them?
bro. And
I was gonna send them to you.
And the pouch.
Yeah,
Have you
yeah,
seen
so like
the ad
step
where
ones.
have you seen the ad where the guy drops the
I have
walnuts? So the ad is the best, bro. So it's got a bird's eye view of the jocks, right? So the guy's got them on, and he's pulled them out, and he just drops 2 walnuts, and it's got like a sack, and they have their own spot.
Wow.
And they reckon that gives you the breath.
Interesting.
And I was like,
Temperature regulated.
I was like that kind of got me.
I'm going to let you buy them.
It piqued my interest because I need new jocks anyway.
Yeah, we have had that conversation.
Yeah, because these are
fucking delicious.
Yeah, so good, isn't it? Yeah, mine's a joke, bro. They're just way too big. Now.
Yeah.
Even I put that on,
Yeah.
and it just was sitting, like, you know when something's too big and it just sits off you? And I was like, that's a fucking problem.
Do you know the other STC Learn singlet, the white one, how it's not as fitted?
Yeah, I love that one.
I wore it yesterday. I can't wear this to the gym. It looks like a circus tent.
I love the ones with the holes in them.
Yeah, it was like
Breathes
it's
so
nice
good.
because it's breathable and stuff. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm now too small for this. Yeah,
Yeah.
and my necklace, when I bought my necklace, I could just get it up to my chin.
Yeah.
Now it's like
Yeah, the necks are hammered on.
all
Like
of
that's
my tops.
cooked. Yeah, mine's the same because it's
because I was big once.
yeah.
Not anymore.
Yeah.
It's a weird dynamic.
Yeah, but I'll get the jocks.
But yeah, I got the face and what is it? Beard and ball
the
kit.
ball trimmer.
Beard and ball kit.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
But then I'd already shaved my legs for filming with Matt last week.
Yeah.
And then I saw my barber yesterday. He does my face. So it's still all in the box. So I have nothing to report. Just that I have them.
Cool, man.
Yeah. So that's my story.
Yeah,
I'll finish it next week. Maybe. Because
Yeah.
I'll probably shave my face in that time.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it's off barber week, right?
Yeah. Once a week.
I've been lazy. I'm booked in with my barber. I just shaved my own head,
Yeah, it works.
but I've been lazy.
Do you think anyone else notices if you shave versus get a fade?
Oh,
Because I don't
yeah,
notice.
It wouldn't be drastically different because I'm just all I do is shave the whole head to the amount that the fade would get to.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And it's so small that
Do you feel better though?
I like getting my beard done. So I think I don't necessarily always go for the hair on my head. Like I go for the beard because they just do the beard way better.
Yeah.
I can still do it, but like it's not as good.
Yeah. They'll book you more regularly when you get your wig.
Fuck, bro. I don't think I could get a wig. Like the hair grows back too quick.
Yeah, I don't know what the situation with that is.
Yeah.
How often you have to take it off and
Yeah.
like, do you wax your head? Can you just shave it? What's the situation?
Yeah. I would
look
be
into
a
it.
fair way away from that.
I'll look into it.
Not to brag. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's still going back.
Mine's running. I actually don't mind it running too
Mine's
much.
crawling.
Yeah.
Mine's crawling. It ain't running.
Yeah.
But every now and then, like I'm fucking losing it, and then I look at a photo from like 2 years ago, and
It's
it looks
the same.
exactly the same.
Yeah.
And Steph's always like, "You're fucking fine,
It's
bro."
just the perception.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know, obviously, like from pushing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it gets a bit thin.
Yeah.
But doing all right. Man.
Yeah.
Looking after myself.
Selection is important.
Looking after myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Compound selection is important.
Yeah.
So you just said that everyone's off my boyfriend. So he was no good. Chris Williams
It was
live.
mixed reviews.
Mixed reviews.
For the self-discovery tour.
I'm
Not sure there was much self-discovering for half of them.
I'm very
By the sound of
interested in the demographic that didn't like it.
Oh, I can't shame a group of people.
Yeah, let's change the demographic.
Yeah, I can't shame someone for not liking it.
Yeah, I wonder how many people
It's like
went.
you shaming me for liking peanut butter. It's just like...
I wonder how many people went because they've seen him on Instagram.
Yeah, maybe. There was a lot of simps there.
Yeah, so then you've got the other side, which is like I
Yeah,
listen to every single episode that comes out.
There were lots.
You are my Jesus.
There were lots.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Simpville.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you leave before the Q&A?
No, I left during it.
So my only...
I was literally falling asleep.
Yeah.
And it was not because of him. Like, I was fucked.
So I think it was great the whole night. I was disappointed James didn't talk anything about his books and he just did like a stand-up routine.
Yeah, I was kind of
So it
like,
wasn't funny
are
enough.
you trying to be funny?
Yeah, so it was
Yeah.
just a stand-up set.
Yeah, I didn't get that because it's like that wasn't the vibe
Of
that
the
you were
event.
kind of going into. So
Yeah.
usually, you know, when you go to a comedy event, you're like, "Are you ready to laugh?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm in that mood. I wasn't in that
Yeah.
mood.
It was kind of weird.
I kept waiting for him to drop into, because he's got like Not Another Life Coach and Finding Confidence.
Yeah.
His two books. And I was like, if he drops that content in there, it ties in with Chris. like it's good. Like the aim up thing about it.
Yeah.
Everyone in here is for that reason. But it just never got there.
Yeah,
like his jokes were funny and stuff, but it was like...
Yeah, they were a bit mid.
For a personal trainer, he did a good job.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Actually, it would have taken... I even thought about it. I'm like, fuck, I wonder like how long it took him to like come up with
Put that
routine.
together. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I... When I was talking about it, I was like, if he took the 20 minutes he did and put it into a 10-minute set, it probably would have been funny.
Yep.
Like if he had workshops that...
I think people just
down.
expected something else. You only expect something that's not. You're like, yeah, it's a bit mid.
Yeah, but yeah, I was impressed with a personal trainer getting up and holding a room for 20 minutes the way he did with comedy. I didn't fall out of my chair, but I paid attention and I was impressed enough for that.
Yeah.
So good on him.
Yeah.
And I'm a simp for him, so it's fine. Yeah. Chris, I didn't hear anything I've not heard on the podcast, which I know is like some people's negative feedback, but it's like it's not a comedy set.
Well, it's not a Netflix special.
Exactly. Yeah, it's not like you're touring a set that like no one else sees, and then you release those jokes on socials later.
You weren't allowed to film in there.
There were people. I would assume.
Yeah,
yeah.
I was surprised at that.
The Shuey made it on the internet.
There were people like telling people to put their phones away. And shit.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. How do you feel about that?
I find it incredibly fucking annoying when other people film around me.
How do you feel about going to a large event and having your phone taken from you? Because I think I did read that's
like Chappelle.
Well, that's where I think events are going.
Yeah, I like it because I wanted to fight the dude 3 seats up that answered his phone.
Yeah. It sounds very Karen of me. Like I sit both ways. I don't like the fact that like I just can't stand those people that film everything. I'm like, sweet. If there's like, even when we go to like these DJ sets and shit, I'm like, just bang a track. You want to play your favorite bit? I get it.
Yeah.
Every song, you don't need to pull your phone out.
Yeah. Because you're never going to watch it again.
I get it from that perspective. But then I also am like,
I don't want to be told what to do.
Well, I know we live in Australia and we're very safe, but it's like, what if something goes down? No one has their phone.
Yeah.
So some dude comes in with a fucking machine gun and starts laying people out because he's upset.
I'm sure security have.
Yeah, but you don't have any.
The outside world.
Yeah, but you don't have any.
You don't have the control.
Yeah, you don't have your phone. You can't call people. What if Steph's getting a drink and you're like, yeah, babe, no worries.
Yeah.
I'll meet you. And then she doesn't have her phone.
Can't
and you
get
don't.
in contact with her.
I've seen American Assassin. All right.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's fair. I've never thought about that.
Yeah, I get it from an experience perspective. Like even when we went to watch, was it Chappelle? Yeah. Did you come? Yeah. And we had to put the phones away. Don't care.
Yeah.
It was fine. But then I'm like, what if some dude starts laying people out?
Yeah.
And we get split.
Yeah. How do you?
I mean, look, the telecommunication coverage in Australia probably not going to work out anyway.
You won't be able to call.
Even if you have your phone, you're just like, I'm out.
Yeah, can't even get on Instagram.
Yeah, just a little bit of a security risk, I think, from that perspective. But
I don't like I don't love the over policy of it, and I wish we had a culture that was less selfish.
Yeah, but like the performers lean into it now. Like everybody put your lights on your phone.
Oh, and concerts and shit. Yeah.
Yeah, they like put it on. Like they lean
it's
into
good
that.
exposure for them too.
So
but if you're a comedian or even like this, like you don't want
your content getting out. You want people to go
and also
or watch.
Everyone getting their phones out and getting into a vibe is different to being in the room for a speech.
Yeah,
with someone else.
It's still kind of annoying though. You stand in front of like because you're lined up. Someone's got their phone out. It's like get the fuck out of the way, bro.
Agreed. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's poor manners at an event like that.
You also never watch it back.
Agreed.
So you just like remember it.
Yeah.
Like the amount of times I've like filmed shit and never watch it.
Yeah.
Or I watch it for like 2 days afterwards and then never watch it.
Yeah. I watch my workouts that night and that just lives in my phone. But
yeah, sorry.
I think his comedy sucked, and I would.
As in Chris's comedy.
Yeah. So he
said a couple of funny things, but I can't remember what they were.
He was funny in the content, but he had like a warmer 5-minute. I'm gonna tell some jokes.
It got funny when he threw the stabs at shit. He just had those throwaway.
Which is what he does on the pod. He uses that British, just fucking dry as fuck humor, which I like. But him trying to come out and warm the crowd with humor didn't land for me.
Yeah.
Because he's done 5 live shows ever. And that's the other thing you got to consider too. I was saying to Adrian at the end of the show, like, imagine for us, like we present a lot now, still get a little bit nervous. Big room, 20 people, sold out, heaps of people paid money. Imagine your 5th live presentation ever.
There's how many people?
Sold out Palais.
Yeah.
1,800 seats.
2,000 people nearly. Yeah, it's crazy.
Lights, fucking lighting, stages.
Yeah.
People know who you are. Like, imagine someone's listened to every episode of the podcast that comes to an event and how you feel.
Yeah.
Now there's 1,000 of them.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And you're on the other side of the world. And it's your 5th one.
Yeah.
Like, just to do that is fucking wild. So I probably cut him extra slack for that too.
Yeah.
But I think the intro, that was unnecessary.
Yeah.
But the content, the way he structured it, because I listened to the podcast of hearing the quotes, the little snippets and stuff that he just throws into conversations, to hear it told systematically with a story and a peak and a trough and an ending and all that kind of stuff, was like, the way you've put this together is very intelligent.
Yeah.
What do you think?
The stories were good.
Mm-hmm.
Typically, the story about that Austrian soldier dude. I love that story.
Yeah, fuck the soldier. Yeah,
what a fucking weapon.
That's insane.
Yeah, that was my favorite part.
Yeah,
I was like, this guy's a fucking animal.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I got the same vibe. It was like just a recollection of the last 12 to 24 months of the podcast.
Yeah,
and all the meaningful kind of one-liners or short kind of discussions that you could put into a presentation.
Put in 90 minutes.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah, so it wasn't anything surprising, but like sometimes it's good to just have a dense session of just like those constant reminders.
Yeah.
That it's like, if you're feeling this way, this is normal. This is what, I've dealt with this, or this person, this is a story of this guy. Like, yeah, I don't know. So I feel like it's kind of good.
I think he did a really good job with it.
I thought it was all right. Like, I the start was a bit slow, but then once he got in, to the meat and nuts of it, it did start to pick up momentum, and my attention span started to kind of dial in. But
being hungry and late,
the room, it was too dark in the room. I was like, fuck,
man, for people that go to bed at 8:30.
Well, yeah, I know it's an old man thing, but I was like, fuck, bro, like turn the lights up on this motherfucker.
Yeah. Also, I think we got burnt because we asked what time it started, and it was like, it starts at 7:30. It's like, it doesn't.
No,
it starts when the venue's full. So if we had have just gone in and just like, there's still people rolling in. Once everyone's seated, it'll start. Yeah. Because everyone was like, fuck, we've been sitting here for it's been an hour, like a half an hour. Like, they weren't late. The venue wasn't full. Yeah. So I think everyone was on the back foot.
Yeah. So
with that already.
Yeah, it's your fault, Jess.
Yeah. Being too organised. Just relax.
We're just like, we'll wait. And then it's like another 5 minutes, like, we're leaving now.
Yeah.
That's the best. But yeah, it was good. I thought it was fun. I rated it. It was okay. I walked out of it like, it was still really hard to explain to other people what happened and why you went. Yeah. So I still struggled because they was like, how was it? And I said, I honestly can't tell you. Yeah. But I just said, like, there's feelings that I have that I felt validated feeling that way. And I also got a better understanding of why I feel like that and potentially what the next step is going to be when I feel that way.
Yeah, it's interesting.
You know what I mean?
It's a good point. So I think what you're referring to is that, like, anxious overachiever that he talked about all
Well, it was like, the type A and the type B and shit. And I'm like, fuck, man, I feel like this all the time. And then they're like, you should adopt the type B mentality. And I'm like, so I should adopt being lazy?
You just learn how to rest.
Yeah. And then, but it's funny because then even when I try to, I'm always still in the type A mindset of like, I should be.
So I think that for us, 11 people went. Yeah. 11 of us went. Yeah. Who all feel like that. So we're not alone. Yeah. So I think if you go by yourself, or with like you drag a friend along so you don't have to go on your own, that would be to be like, there's 2,000 of you in here. Like how comforting that would be that like, he feels like that, but not only that, everyone in this room has come because they feel like that. Yeah. Like we was just sort of like, we've created a circle that all feel like that. But because we're together, it's okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think that would land really... Like, I was thinking like 21, 22-year-old me would have like...
Yawned at that.
No, I would have been fucking, how do I get front row? Like, it would have been so impactful.
Never would have got. I should have.
Yeah.
But I would never have
gone at the time.
$150 with that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Goes out on the weekend, spends $150
on something else.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I liked it. The takeaway was good. It was well put together. It was also... I talk about James a lot, but I just think he is the ultimate example of where you can go if you get good at this.
Yeah.
Then you don't have to be pigeonholed. He was a PT at Fitness First doing sessions.
Yeah, it's amazing.
To fucking, like, go to drinks company. He's now selling out, like, mentoring shit.
Author his books.
3 bestsellers. Like,
yeah.
Podcasts. Wild.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
wild.
Cool. It's a cool story.
Yeah, and he did it. He started 5 years after us PT.
Yeah.
So he's done it and he's the same age as us.
Yeah.
So I look and be like, fuck, you just got to do that. That's wild. That's really cool.
Yeah.
So, and I think I'm starting to be at an age now where they're just people.
Yep.
Like, I don't look at...
You can pick up little things.
Yeah, it's like I don't look at Chris and James.
Yogurt lid moment.
Yeah. I'm not like, the fuck, they're celebrities that were just so far away.
They're still dudes figuring it out.
It's just like, man, you're just trying to fucking work it out, man.
Yeah. It was alright. It was good. I thought it was worth it.
Definitely worth $150.
Yeah. There was a few things being said, and I was like, I already kind of felt that way, so I was like, all right, this is what I need to do.
Yep.
Yeah. So, yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
Because every now and then you just have that like battle with the good side and the bad side, we'll call it. But it's not like there was.
Yeah.
But it's just like you're like, oh, I should do this, and then it's like, oh, well, I did this and this happened to me. I'm like, all right, now that instead of I should do this, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
You know, like I've even been thinking about dropping the booze like altogether because I'm just like when I drink, I feel anxious the next 3 days.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if I have 2 glasses.
Yep.
Or if I have fucking 2 bottles.
Yeah.
I feel fucking horrible.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, why do I do this to myself?
Yep.
You know, like even the 2 glasses. So I'm just like, and then he was just like, I dropped booze and all this shit happened to me. All this good shit happened. I'm like, fuck this, man. I'm
done.
I'm thinking, like, I'm heavily considering it, bro.
Yeah. I'm also in the camp of like, there's a couple, and like it's normal. You go out on a Friday night, you have dinner. We went and sat at another restaurant to wait. Just like had 1 or 2, or like, I'm going to grab a drink. And I'm just like, for me, I'm like, I'm not going to get buzzed from it. So it's just calories. And I'll probably still feel a little bit shitter tomorrow than I could have. And then the other side's like, well, to get a buzz, I need to have 4 to 6.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to feel shit.
Yeah.
So that trade-off's not worth it. It's an interesting...
Yeah, the anxiety that I get after when I'm hungover, I don't think anything is worth that anymore.
Yeah, the sads.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's debilitating. I'm like, why the fuck do I feel like this? And I'm like, I'm just hungover.
Yeah.
Tired.
Yeah.
Everything's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm like that. Let's
not do that anymore.
Yeah, that's a couple other things. But yeah, it was good.
Yeah, it's cool.
It was cool.
Do you care about Jake Paul Tyson?
I don't really. I just think like
I know you're sort of anti-YouTube.
Yeah, no. It's just I think if you're an actual fighter, I feel like you'd be a little bit annoyed at these kind of fights because you know if you were trying to move up the ranks and make a living, there's these 2 bananas that going at it. One's way past it, the other one's not even. Like he's a good fighter, I guess, quote unquote, but not professional.
I think it's hard
status, so yeah, it might be a bit tough.
Because their argument is like we're putting boxing back on the map.
Yeah,
which like eyeballs on boxing again.
I don't feel like boxing needed it, but yeah, sure. Like if that's what you want to say, but
I would say compared to the 90s,
boxing's
with the rise of UFC, boxing's pretty forgotten, man.
I disagree because the guys are still getting like 30 million a fight.
So how many people would know McGregor walking down the street versus Canelo?
Yeah, I agree from that perspective, but they're still getting paid more than UFC guys.
Yeah, okay. At mid-level.
Well, the top boxers would make more than the top. Like Mayweather made way more money than any UFC
for the fight, right? Not for the I guess Connor's making his money in endorsements.
Yeah, boxing's big, bro. It's just not big in Australia.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's huge in Mexico. It's huge in Southeastern Europe. It's huge in England. Like
that's
true. Some of the best like England's best athletes, some of them are boxers.
Boxers, yeah.
Yeah. So I think here, because it's like we don't have any good boxers anymore.
Yeah.
It's like cricket. Like I don't hear much about cricket anymore because we're shit.
We're not the best.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Like we're not as
I
good.
think we're still number one.
Yeah.
We're
We're not as good. And it's like go use rugby union, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know anything about rugby
Yeah.
union,
Yeah.
right? Because I'm a league man.
Yeah.
But when the Wallabies were good.
Yeah. I still know George Cregan's name.
Yeah, that's it.
Because they were good then. Yeah.
That's it. So you get to see when So I think it's a little bit to do with that, but yeah, like I don't know. I just think it's stupid. A 58-year-old fighting at someone in his mid-30s.
Yeah.
It's dumb. Like I just don't. It's like why would you watch that?
Yeah.
Even watching when he fought Mayweather, like it was just such a. It was a pathetic example of boxing.
When who fought Mayweather? Connor.
No, what's
Jake
his name?
fought him.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen it.
And he just danced around him.
Yeah.
The whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, this is because he's so big.
Yeah.
Jake's so big and he's not. So
Yeah.
it's just he just hung around him, just defending him. I'm pretty sure that's what the fight I watched.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, I was just like, this is not fighting. I'd just rather watch two people at their prime.
Actually fight. Yeah.
Yeah, like this weekend when John Jones fights
Yeah.
Stipe for the heavyweight championship.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a good fight.
That I'm about. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
I watched because it's had literally nothing else to watch. They've got a Netflix series, like a 3-part build up because it's on Netflix.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which
Is it free?
well, I
Are you
don't
gonna have to pay for the actual
don't
fight?
know.
I think you might have to. It makes sense. Like,
Yeah. Which now that they're smart, now that I've watched it, I need to see what happens.
of course.
So I'll probably pay for it.
Yeah, I get it.
Tomorrow. But yeah, I'm in enough to be like, I just want to see how this ends.
Mike Tyson would beat every other 58-year-old on the planet. And we'll talk about it at dinner. Like he would smoke everyone
Yeah.
in his age.
Yeah. Even over 40,
He's a
man. Like,
bad man.
he's fucking terrifying still.
Yeah,
Dude.
I still watch some of his like 90s highlights because they are the most incredible feats of boxing prowess
Yeah.
you can think of, man.
Speed and power. Like
That man was
nothing
just-
else, man. Like nothing else.
It's just like, yeah, I'm gonna knock him out. And
Yeah.
then he just out.
Yeah.
So quick.
It's like, I don't want
Yeah.
to be here for a long time.
He was so good, man.
You got fur coats and cocaine.
Yeah, so awesome. But yeah.
Black Friday?
Nah,
Did it get you?
nah, didn't. I've
Got me.
fucking been Black Friday every fucking Friday for me. So
Yeah, fair. Got me.
yeah, I'm like, you gotta stop. I was buying my dopamine for a bit.
Yeah.
Need to put a lid on it.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
got some of the camo Muscle Nation pants.
Nice.
Like the big parachute ones for
Yeah.
the photo shoot.
Yeah.
So I was like, the singlets that I wore for our photo shoot, I'm like, I need a black one to go with this.
You definitely do.
So I was like, I'll get one.
It's a good combo.
And so that's like normally, I think they're normally like $45, $50. I'm like, I'll just get that. It's half price. It's good.
Yeah.
But then everything else is half price.
I look at everything, but I just prevent.
Yeah. So it's
Yeah.
like my $45 full price singlet
Yeah.
that was half price turned into a $150 purchase.
Yeah. That's it.
Fuck.
That's why their
It's
sales
it's
exist.
so good, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's so smart.
I did an iHerb order. If that is anything.
It's just as exciting. It's just as exciting.
Yeah,
for
man.
Sure.
Got my quercetin. Got my fucking citrus bergamot. Let's go. CoQ10.
Yeah.
Nah, it didn't get me.
Interesting.
I tried to be a good boy. That's what.
What's your favorite activewear brand right now?
Gymshark.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then our
Yeah, I'm a
own merch.
big fan of those.
But yeah, I like Gymshark.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just think like it's not that expensive. Quality's pretty good.
Yeah. This is the first lot
Looks-
of Muscle Nation I've bought, heavily
Looks
influenced
okay.
by Matt.
Yeah.
So the jumpers lasted. I know you said like
Yeah, I bought a
one
t-shirt.
thing and it went to shit.
It's like
So
$70 and I'm like, this is not.
yeah. Well, that like
Not for
paying
me.
half price. I bought a t-shirt, trackies, singlet, and some protein bars because I got free postage.
Nice.
So we'll see.
Is it-
See
yeah.
how long it lasts.
Yeah.
Design wise, I like it.
Yeah, some of this stuff's good. Like Matt wears some shit and I'm like, oh, it's not too bad. Like,
Very front runner.
I would have that.
You
yeah.
can tell they're
Which I
kinda-
just have the front row.
Yeah, you can tell they're kind of leaning on the front
Yeah, of
runner
course.
thing.
Yeah. It's like, let's use the text and the. And
Yeah.
the-
Like the shirt you wore Friday night. And everyone was like, oh, fuck, that shirt's sick. They have a pink one with white logos. I was
Yeah.
like, I can't buy it now because I've just seen Jason in it and everyone said how good it was. So I can't have it.
You can,
Can't
do,
cough.
you
No.
can do that, King.
I can't copy.
Yes, you can.
No.
I wouldn't
Don't
say anything.
I don't have it in me.
I wouldn't say it. I'd just be like,
I'd let you.
I'd just be like, my t-shirt's better.
Mine's better.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we did the value compass this week.
Yeah.
My humble self at the end of the workshop said, that was fucking fire, you're all welcome. Because it was one of the best. Got to a different level, I think just maybe with the group, with where they were at, a different level of understanding clients better. So I want to talk about that today.
Cool.
So one of the main things that I think we unpacked, we talk a little bit about the ICA now we have talked about the ICA beyond on the pod. Like, who's your client? Going beyond that first semester business school of like, they're this old, they make this much money, and this is their goal. Like, what else about them?
Yeah.
What shoes do they wear? Where do they shop? Where do they eat? What do they do? What do they care about? What do they read? If it's political preference, like whatever. Understanding them further than just kind of 3 headings, because it won't help with you creating any content. But we really drilled down into the big pain this week.
Yeah.
And I think it's something that most people get wrong. That because as personal trainers, we used one of the guys in the call who was a powerlifter. It's like, if your bench press stops going up, you lose sleep. And he's like, yeah, it took 6 months and it didn't progress. And I was leaving the gym pissed off and I was annoyed. And I'm like, yeah. So when you want to get stronger, that means something to you. That means you actually will spend $90 on wrist wraps and will seek out the best bench and make sure you got a good barbell and go to the gym that has specialty equipment and get a program and hire a coach and do all the shit to make that bench press go up fucking 5 kilos. So to you, that is a big pain, not getting results. It's like, that really fucking pisses you off. But for the people you train, they don't.
No.
So if you're communicating in that I care about training so much that I lose sleep over it, so then I'm going to be like, well, their big pain is that like they're not losing weight. It's like, no one isn't.
Yeah.
Like, that's a symptom, it's a problem,
but
it's not the big pain. What's happening before that makes them not losing weight is annoying.
Yeah.
So is the big pain, I always use the example of like, women get dressed Friday night. Dudes do it as well. We all change outfits. Yeah. Get dressed on a Friday night. Hate the outfit. I'm fat. I'm this. I don't look good. Whatever. Change the outfit 3 times. End up in the first one they put on. Pissed off. Get in the car and it takes halfway to dinner before
they cool off.
You can let it go.
Defrost. Yeah.
So that's the big pain. Are you sick of feeling uncomfortable in your clothes?
Yeah.
Do you feel uncomfortable in your clothes? I was thinking about on the drive here, there is this noisy but very small group of personal trainers in the online space who have made it like negative to talk about that stuff.
About feelings? Yeah, we were talking about that the other day.
Or to like,
I'm just bringing my value compass up in case you ask me a question.
Yeah, cool.
This one's not even filled in.
That you're a shit person if you leverage that emotion.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
It's like, how dare you do marketing that highlights the fact that I'm uncomfortable with the way I look?
Yeah.
And that we should just talk about performance and we should talk about feeling good and body confidence and all that kind of shit.
Yeah. Well,
and I think that has become, like everything, like even in the political sphere, for lack of like cultural, let's say the cultural environment right now, that's common. Everyone feels kind of a way, and then there's a really noisy group that say that that's wrong. So then the majority kind of are like, oh, well, I don't want to lose my job or be called out or whatever, so I shrink that opinion so I don't upset these noisy people.
Yeah.
But the reality of it is personal training is a lot of that.
Yeah.
It's being able to say, I know you're really uncomfortable with how you look. Let me help you.
Yeah.
And through winning with your nutrition, winning with your training, you'll build internal confidence. But it's not just being like, you're totally fine the way you are, say it enough times and you'll like what's in the mirror.
Which, yeah, there was a moment
where
you saw heaps of that.
And it's still a thing. We just don't have it in our web anymore.
Yeah.
But I think it's still affecting the way personal trainers communicate.
I also think it's affecting how they coach them.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, this is just a little bit too much. Like, you want to have a little bit of that, but it's a bit too much. And then it takes you away from, like, steering the ship.
Yeah.
It's like you're there to say, like, that's not good enough. This is what you need to do.
Yeah.
And I believe you can do it.
Yeah, and when you do that hard thing, you will build the internal confidence that the accept yourself as you are people are talking about.
Yeah.
Like, you should just feel great about yourself. It's like, why? Like, what have you done?
Like, how can you just wake up one day and just do that?
Yeah. It's like, I'm the best business owner. It's like, you don't have a business. Oh, but I believe I am.
You can, if you say
It's
it
like,
enough.
okay,
Yeah.
cool. Like,
Yeah, that's like fucking delusion.
I'm a really good runner. No, you're not.
Yeah, that's delusion.
Yeah, but I am. No, but like, you're not.
Say it enough. Yeah.
But I say it every day in the mirror.
What a slippery slope that is.
Yeah. So you've got to have some level of proof to then be able to back yourself, and you can say, you know what? No, I actually am really happy with myself. Whether that's at 10% body fat or 20% body fat, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You've created a value around yourself. You value yourself more. Your perception of yourself is greater because you've applied yourself. You've won at something that's hard. You've overcome obstacles towards a goal. So you do have more confidence in yourself.
Yeah.
So you see yourself differently.
Like, how are you supposed to market like the things that you need to focus on when the person can't see who they're gonna be, like who they want to be as?
Yeah.
Because you know what I mean. Like, people have a vision and an idea of like who they want to be. So why can't you market that?
To that? Yeah.
Why can't you market that journey?
And then I wonder, so like, if you're that person, say you're like, let's go a different direction. You're a guy who doesn't feel comfortable taking their shirt off.
Yeah.
If you can market in a way that like eyeballs that dude and be like, bro, we can make you feel comfortable with your shirt off.
Yeah.
You can go to the beach, you can walk around your house, you can whatever with no shirt on and be cool with it. Versus not acknowledging it and just being like, everybody's a beach buddy. Like, that doesn't validate how that dude feels.
Yeah, it's also way too like broad as well.
Yeah, but so I guess what I'm trying to get at is if that's you feel like that.
Yeah.
You go to the beach with all your friends and you're insecure and you're like, oh, fuck, I don't really want to take my shirt off. Like, I'm going to wear the thinnest, lightest shirt I can, so then I'm not hot, but I'm still hot. I want to go swimming, but I don't want to take my shirt off, and people are going to look at me, and my mate's going to fucking call me chubs and whatever.
So you've let it go.
Yeah. So if you're feeling all that, and the professional response is, no, you should just like it.
Yeah.
That doesn't actually make that person feel heard, seen, understood.
Yeah, but it's also not going to make them work with you.
Agreed. Yeah,
it's
yeah.
Stupid.
But even so, like their angle, right, is that like that's the right thing to do.
How though?
I shouldn't guilt you. And
that takes our whole industry out of it, bro.
I agree. Yeah.
What is wrong with you?
So take coaching out of it for a minute. Their motive is that it's the moral right thing to do, is to not guilt someone about how they look. And to not...
But what if they feel that way?
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. So if they feel like that, and you're just like...
My deficit brain is coming around, bro.
So it's like, don't feel like that. You don't have to feel like that.
Yeah,
Just like yourself.
I'm going to tell you how you feel.
So it's like,
cool.
Well, I actually do feel like this, so now I feel fucking stupid, because now I should just accept myself.
Yeah.
And I should just be okay with this. So why do I not like myself? Why don't I want to take...
Do you
what's
reckon
wrong
that
with
contributes to the problem more?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Instead of just going up and be like, dude, you can 100% fix this. You don't have to feel like that anymore. Yeah. This is what you need to do, and you won't feel like that anymore.
Yeah.
What's more empowering, dude?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like
I hope.
Bro, that's not guilt. That's just fucking...
Yeah.
You feel like this? Here's your opportunity to change it.
Absolutely. That's so weird though. Because like, if you're in like finance or financial advising or something like that, you wouldn't sit there and be like, no, it's okay to be broke.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah. But that still happens. Money's not everything, man. It's all about experience. As long as you're happy. Still those people.
Oh, yeah.
100%.
Oh,
And
yeah.
like, old mate that drives past in the Porsche is like, I've been with mates and watched a fucking 911 pull up and park, and my mates go, fuck, compensating? Like, for fucking what? Like,
He's just got a car, bro.
his car's worth more than your house. Like, it doesn't need to compensate, dude.
Yeah, that's it. I'm pretty sure he's got lots of experiences as well.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, no. All my life goes into this car. Like,
Yeah. So
yeah.
I feel like that person exists everywhere
Do you
because it's
reckon?
easier.
But that, like, it's kind of like, it's kind of like, I don't feel like we're going to avoid that. There's always going to be those people.
Agreed.
Yeah.
But I think
I don't think it's a good marketing tactic.
What
at
I
all.
think has happened is those people being vocal on social media in a culture and environment where the minority is allowed a more intimidating voice has affected personal training culture as a whole.
Do you reckon the consumer gets affected by that though, or it's just the business, the brand?
I think the consumer misses out on a message that might enable them to take action.
Really? So do you reckon I'm going to, like, I struggle to take my shirt off, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's say, not anymore. Let's just say I do.
For the last 2 months.
Yeah. And you're telling me that, like, I can fix this.
Mm-hmm.
So do you think that I would listen to someone else saying that it's okay to
not fix it?
Yeah, to not fix it and be comfortable in my own skin?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think I'm going to listen to that person more than you? Is that what you're saying? Because I don't think they would listen to that.
I don't either.
I think I
think the consumer wants,
Agreed.
especially in the male market.
You have to be careful as the business to not fall into that trap, because you've got to put yourself in the shoes of the person, right?
Because you're going, but that account that said that guilting people means you're a bad person. I don't want to be a bad person, especially on the internet. And I don't want someone else to tell me I'm a bad person. Because I actually really fucking want to help people.
Yeah.
So then they get scared and don't say, bro, I can help you look good with your shirt off.
Yeah. When realistically, the only thing you should be worrying about is putting yourself in the person's shoes and being like, man, they will fucking almost like give away their loved ones to get these feelings.
To feel that. Yeah.
Yeah. That's like they would do anything.
And
that's where all
even
these quick fixes and all this bullshit kind of come from, because they know that people's desperation will make them spend exorbitant amounts of money and do all of this extreme shit because they fucking want it so bad.
And what would your partner do if you tried on 3 outfits, hated all of them, talked down about yourself, got really emotional, got in the car, and took 15 minutes of that drive to feel numb and just like, I don't want to fucking talk about it. Let's just go out and have a good time. What would your partner do to take that away from you? To take that feeling away and just be like, no, like you look good, Jason. Like, you look fucking great. What are you talking about? Yeah. They'd do anything. And you would do anything for your partner to pass on that feeling as well. Yeah. So it's like people that you care about, you would do whatever it takes to be able to do that. And sure, you're like, you do look good. Yeah. But it's also like, okay, so how do we make sure you don't feel like this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you do the thing.
Yeah.
And the thing is, okay, I can fix you looking better with your shirt off.
That. Yeah. 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 And then I think where it gets lost is, this is like my coaching mentality thing, right? We're going to talk about this too. I
got another thing.
I don't think you and I woke up and were like, I have a low enough body fat percentage to take my shirt off. That's not what happened. Because we've both been this lean before. Yeah. But both not been this comfortable with no clothes on before.
Depends on the setting.
In an open gym in front of a camera. What we do on our own time together is... So something else happened.
Yeah.
So is it the years of the runs on the board? We had the conversation. It was just like a couple of people have come to you and been like, bro, you look fucking phenomenal. Wake up.
Yeah.
Like, whack.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Stop it. And I was the same. A few compliments, a few bit of feedback from people that I really respect their opinion. I was like, and I've done the work for a really long time and I'm doing it perfectly right now.
Yeah.
So when we get to the gym and I take my shirt off, I'm like, I've done the fucking work to feel good right now. So it's not even just that person
saying off.
So the guilt thing is like, you should just feel good how you are. You don't have to look a certain way to like it. But if you feel good about yourself because you've stacked wins, you've done hard things, you've overcome obstacles, you've proven to yourself that you're of value, you've made yourself a priority, you've done all of those things, and then you're still 15% body fat, but you're kind of like, I fuclike this, man.
Yeah.
Power to you, man.
There's so much value to take from that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Because, like you said then, it's not just the outcome, it's what happens to achieve it.
Yeah.
And the person that you become achieving it and doing it. So if anything, some of these people are preventing like this growth and development of the people that they should want to work with by communicating in a way that's not allowing them to take this to take the plunge, to walk down this path. It's like the person you will be to stick to your training program, to work hard, to change your habits, to adopt this diet methodology, whatever. It's like all of those things walking down this path are going to stack wins and stack proof and change who you are.
Yeah.
And then the other person over here is like, no, you don't have to do all that. You should be happy with how you feel.
Yeah.
And like, let's be real. That person isn't.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how many times you can tell me, like, hey man, like you're big enough and lean enough and you look good.
Yeah.
Like, it's cool for 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And I go home and I'm like, nah, bro.
I still got work to do.
Yeah. Like, it's like, that's fucking naive to think that you should market that way.
Yeah.
And send a message like that.
Yeah.
No. So, I don't agree with it.
So now, this is where it gets squirrely.
Okay.
We're about to get some unsubscribes. It's okay.
Oh, really?
So have you heard the theory of the... Now, this is a theory. I'm not saying that it's my theory or that I agree with it. Caveat.
Just throwing it out. Yeah.
There's a theory that the body positivity movement is a subconscious way for women to remove other women from the competitive market. So if I encourage you to stay less desirable by cultural standards, I have less competition for the top male.
If we get removed from that, that's ridiculous, right? Like, really?
But that's like some people are kind of bantering that around.
Well, I know that happens subconsciously, even in the workplace.
Yep.
So, like, if you were to get a promotion and then your friend isn't in your position, they're going to go, that's great. Because then they're going to go, well, there's a spot for me.
Yeah.
I'm going to take your spot.
Yeah.
So I can see it as a natural progression of human behavior because we're trying to chip up the social pecking order.
The hierarchy, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and that's your career, your looks.
Yeah.
How big you...
Whatever the culture deems desirable at the time.
Yeah, and whatever adds to your status. So if you're at the moment trying to increase your career status, then that's a great opportunity. So you're like, yeah, well done. Good job. I hope you get the job. Because then you're like, well, fuck yeah. I can increase my social value.
You can make the same argument about the dad bod thing too. Because a person with a dad bod is more attainable and has arguably, from an outside only view, potentially has lower standards for themselves.
So where is this sitting in the...
So now, why do personal trainers do it? Why does a personal trainer come out and say, you're actually fine the way you are? Let me train you to get no results, but make you feel better about yourself. Is it
make any fucking sense?
Because they're not good at their job? Is it insecurity that they can't get those outcomes?
Do you reckon they've had a fucked up experience themselves and they're just projecting that onto other people?
Is it that? That was my next one.
Oh,
that's perfect. So it's like
that happens more than anything, I believe.
I've had real trouble dealing with my own body image, my own body weight, my own whatever. And the way I found to deal with that is acceptance.
Yeah.
And I still find it really scary, and I haven't.
It's not a good market to go to.
Got to the point where I can actually execute to that level. So instead, I'm learning to be here, and I want to teach, because I think most people just want to be good people. Like, I don't think that there's no one consciously being like,
"Oh, I'm going to scam you."
Yeah. So say like the plus size model thing.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anyone. There's very few people that are literally going, "Fuck this bitch. I'm gonna tell her she looks great, and then I'm gonna get all the attention tonight."
Yeah, there's no way.
Like, you should definitely wear that dress.
Not a fucking
Like,
chance.
no one's
They're
doing
trying to
that.
protect the person.
No one's doing that, right? They're coming from a genuine place of like
being inclusive.
I love you no matter what shape you are, whatever.
And all different shapes and sizes should be welcomed on because we don't want the specific look to be the... Yeah, agreed.
So I don't think anyone's coming at it from malice.
I agree.
So I think the poor experience is probably more likely. But then I also think that subconsciously there's an element of it's actually really hard to create behavior change in people.
Yep. So
it's easier to embody feeling good than it is to commit to getting people outcomes.
Of course it is.
So I think that is like a subconscious layer. No one's thinking that.
That's a very, very similar situation to the person that rocks up to the gym and sees the trainer every day and they never work on anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's the same. It's like, I'll just be your friend.
Yeah.
And keep you company and you'll enjoy that.
Yeah.
But it's too hard to actually work on you to make any actual change.
Yeah, because that takes accountability from me.
Yeah.
If I tell you I'm going to get a result,
correct.
That's tough.
Yeah. And if you come to me for a specific outcome and don't get it, that's on me.
I was talking to a trainer yesterday in a coaching call. There's two of the guys I'm working with at the moment that we're like lift off into first powerlifting meet.
Yep.
And they've both got like 4 or 5 clients that they're like building their first powerlifting team.
Yeah.
And I was talking to this guy and I was like, this is you becoming you. Like, I actually worked with STC for a bit. I'm like, you're this kind of shadow of like the gym you train at, the coaches you've had, us, and we've just settled on, it's actually fucking sick. He's got fat loss through strength.
Yeah.
And it just like, you watch the light bulb go off for him. It's like, this is what I do. I take Gen Pod people, they lose shitloads of weight, but they do it on the barbell.
Yeah.
And it's like, stop trying to be Ben and Jace. Stop trying to be Will Crozier. Just be that. And because you're good at it, you've got the great personality for it. You got the patience for it. You got the skill set for it. Just fucking lean in and go for it. It's like, this is you creating your identity as a coach.
Yeah.
And then I was like, when you go, so he's going to start doing seminars and he's going to start doing comps.
Yeah.
Resource guide in the seminar and then the comps as well. So I'm like, this is where you become you as a trainer. Because you can download my squat, bench, deadlift guides, but your clients won't read them.
No.
Because they're 23 pages. So you need to write a version for fat loss through strength. And that's where you start to become who you are as a trainer.
Yeah.
So coming back, it's like, okay, so the person who putting someone on a platform, I was saying that to this client, like, it's fucking terrifying, dude. I've done 15, 20 meets now. Every single time, I'm like, oh,
yeah.
Did I fuck this up? Did I do this
wrong? How are they going to go?
Peak? Fuck, we only did 2 sessions last week. Should we have done 3? Like, fuck, they didn't quite make weight. Have I given them enough information about the nutrition? Like, still questions all the way to the meet. Like, questioning yourself to that level of detail is really stressful and really hard, and putting that much weight on the barbell doesn't lie. Body fat at the powerlift at the bodybuilding show doesn't lie. Like, if you said, I'm going to do this, and it's measurable, it puts a lot of pressure on you as a coach. So if you can work in a space that doesn't matter, I'm just your friend, and I gas you up, and you feel good, is that an easier path?
Oh, yeah, but like, how long are you going to do that for?
Well, that's...
Yeah, and then how frustrated are these people who work with these people and they never get anywhere?
Yeah. Because I think the wild thing is, though, that because they get the gas up every week, they feel like they are.
Well, I ain't fucking subscribing to that messaging, so sorry. Spent way too much time fucking learning how to, make change and influence it. It's just like, I'm not.
Yeah. But so say like a business coach was just like, no, Jace, like you're doing really well. Look at all this stuff that you're already doing.
Yeah, that's great for a moment, but then I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, well, what are you going to do to make me better?
There's a non-bank account win this week.
Yeah.
Like
That's fine.
You got to sit with your dog for 10 minutes.
Yeah, well, now I need a bank account.
Yeah.
So you can absolutely acknowledge.
Yeah.
Like, I'm all for, like, you know, reflecting where you are and not look at yourself and not, be in a way that's going to, I guess, be detrimental to your habits and your actions and your thoughts about yourself.
Yeah.
But it's like, fuck, man, our whole job is about taking someone from here to there.
Yeah.
And the only way to do that, and for that, it is to work on feeling.
Yeah.
You need to associate the feeling with the outcome.
Yeah.
That is it.
So my personal position is that there are people out there that need to be less hard on themselves because it's debilitating them in their ability to get a result. So I think there is a place for that type of coach.
Yeah. Well, when I say sometimes a feeling is not like a negative emotion though. It's like energy. It's almost like a lifestyle.
Yeah. And if you're walking around obsessed with food, obsessed with how you look, miserable for the whole day because of how you look, nothing's ever going to be good enough, all of that kind of stuff, and it's negatively impacting your life, maybe you do need the coach that's like, bruh, it's all right.
Chill the fuck out.
Maybe so there is a place for that.
Yeah.
That's my personal opinion.
Yeah.
It's not how I coach. I'm not that guy.
Yeah.
I'm not interested in coaching that outcome. I'm going to improve your life inside and out the gym through the gym.
You know, it's funny. I'd still wonder if those people would benefit from, like, how many of those people would still benefit from that directive style of coaching.
I would back myself to get the same mental result. And
yeah, because you can be more
and 4x the
because
result.
You can be like kind of like fucking take it easy on yourself, but let's still fucking show up and do the thing.
Yeah, and I do that for a living.
Yeah,
like that with the Chris Williams thing, like the anxious overachiever. That's who I coach. Yeah. Like everyone I coach is aiming up in something, and they're all hard on themselves.
Yeah.
So when I'm like, I got to check in this week. There was like literally I had two Tim Tams. Scored their nutrition out of 3, looked at their macros, was in 5 grams across the week. It's a lifestyle client.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, that's a 5.
Mm.
Like, so I'm still doing that.
Mm.
So I think there is a place for it. It's not what I do, but I think my gripe with it at the moment is trainers, young trainers with less confidence that have come up in that culture.
Oh, yeah.
That they're actually being negatively impacted because those trainers are coming out and saying you're shit for guilting people.
Well, they don't really have the stack of proof or the skills as highly as people who've got a few more years ahead of them. So they're going to be easily convinced. Yeah. But like, you just got to fucking back yourself. Yeah. To solve a problem. Yeah. You know?
Yeah. I think it's just shrinking. Listening to the answers we get.
It's also not understanding. Sorry to cut you off. It's also not understanding, like, coaching as a whole. Mm. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because people get like real hung up on like aspects of coaching. Yeah. But they don't understand that your style isn't the only way. Agreed. Like we've talked about this so much, and like I feel like that manifests over to like whatever you want to embody as your coaching style manifests over to your message and your marketing. Yeah. So if you're like this fucking collaborative, laissez-faire style of coach where you're just like, you know, you don't have to feel that way, and you can. What do you think, and all this shit. Mm-hmm. Like that's gonna be, if you think that's the only way to do things, that's gonna leak out to everything. Yeah. Right. Where, for me, and for us, I know that there's a time for me to be an autocratic coach. Yeah. A democratic coach. Sometimes there's actually a laissez-faire style, like, hey brother, go make some decisions for yourself. Yeah. You'll be fine. Yeah. So you just know when to be the coach that the person needs, and you will always gravitate towards a set point. Yeah. Like you have a deviation that you move away from. You're like, all right, cool. I'm going to go over here now because I need to be this way for somebody. Yeah. A young coach doesn't have that. Yeah. And that's where they lose, because they don't really kind of have an identity. It changes so fast because think about when they get educated.
Mm.
So they, 1 minute they're this camp.
Yeah.
They do the weekend workshop, and now all of a sudden they're like, nah, that's shit.
Yeah. If you can't squat on one leg, you shouldn't squat on two.
Correct.
And then a month later, any mobility drills are fucking stupid.
Is-
It's the center of mass.
So these
The powerlifting industry of 2020 to
these
2021.
these poor guys and girls are getting manipulated so easily. So I can see how you fall into that trap.
Yeah.
I can't see a world where long term
Yeah.
you have a fulfilling business. You're working with the people that you want by sending a message of acceptance as your marketing.
Yeah.
I just it doesn't matter if you are getting heaps of clients.
Yeah.
You will become a point where that is boring.
Yeah.
Because not getting results with your clients fucking sucks.
Yeah.
You can only say it's okay for so long until you're just like, man, when are we gonna
Do something.
when are we gonna lift more?
Yeah.
When are we gonna get stronger? When are we gonna lose weight? When are we
Yeah.
gonna put on muscle? When are we gonna, because everybody, I would argue, you got into personal training to not make people accept where they are.
Yeah, because you're interested in development.
You're trying to take them from here to here, man. That's the best part of our job. It's like you are the facilitator of growth.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess their argument is that the growth is emotional, but I think you grow emotionally if you get runs on the boards.
How much can you do that for how long though?
Yeah,
is what I'm trying to say.
how good do you fucking feel when you lose 10 centimeters off your waist? About yourself.
Yeah, but we can do and
you know what I mean?
And
Yeah.
I agree, and we can do the thing that they're doing, but also
As well.
all these other things.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you're doing a disservice, or you just maybe aren't as good at applying your job as you should be. Because communication and the coaching element is the thing that does separate everyone.
Yep.
Once you learn your textbook knowledge and you have a good understanding of how to apply your method, who you are, what you say, how you interact with your clients is the thing that will make or break them.
Yeah.
No.
So the take home is you've probably heard you need to understand your client problems. You probably heard that before. Most personal trainers, when they hear that, they start to think of solutions that they apply into personal training.
Yeah, they don't have enough protein.
Yeah, they don't follow a program. Like what Gen Pop client has ever woken up gone, gee, I wish I had the best program.
Yeah, it's like
fucking none of them, man.
Wakes up, I'm not having enough protein.
Yeah.
They don't really think like that.
No.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. It's like, I can't lose weight. I still look the same. Like I know
they work out 5 days a week and don't have the booty they want.
And that's my group, right?
Yeah.
It's like they're going to the gym.
Yeah.
They're doing something for their
they're
nutrition,
working hard,
whether
and
it's right or not.
nowhere.
And they're just like, what the fuck? I don't even look like I lift.
Yep.
Or the weight's not progressing, or I'm injured all the time, or when they leave the gym, they often leave the gym annoyed.
Yeah. Second guess their decisions, lack of confidence with the plan that they have, confusion. Yeah.
And the reality of it is we work in that space. If you work with more Gen Pop, if you're a face-to-face coach, you probably don't.
Yeah.
There is a stronger... They not...
But I feel like those feelings are just more broader and more personal.
Yeah, and probably they feel it outside the gym. Because they're not, gym isn't their lifestyle, so it's not a huge priority. It's the Friday night getting dressed. Yeah. It's I've got to go to the work function.
Or they've got to put a shirt on for work and, it's hanging over the waistline.
Yeah.
They get, just shit like that. It's carrying into their lifestyle.
Their mates are giving them shit or whatever. They're fucking reading this on Facebook or, it's all of those things that you need to be able to tap into and understand what that feeling is, not what they're doing wrong.
Or not how to fix it as well.
Not the action,
or not how to fix it. You don't need to jump with the solution before someone understands what the problem and the feeling is.
Yeah. Because if you walked up to someone with a shirt on at the beach when it's 40 degrees in the water and be like, bro, are you really pale or are you uncomfortable?
Yeah, are you really sun conscious or?
Yeah, or are you uncomfortable?
Yeah.
And they're like, I'm actually really uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, so I could really help with that. I work with heaps of people that have felt like that and are really uncomfortable with the way they look and they shrink themselves in their whole life because of it and they're really sick of it. And I take them to feeling really confident in themselves and how they look. That dude's
Where do I fucking
cuff me? Let's fucking go.
Where do I fucking sign?
And that's not manipulation.
Absolutely not.
That's genuinely giving a shit about
If you're
people.
good at the job and you have
Yeah.
the proof, like, how is that manipulation? You're doing your job.
Yeah. Because it's the same trainers on that space that are also like, I always list my prices and I don't do any, like,
Yeah.
there's no tricks or anything like that. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, so not listing your prices is making sure that someone shops on price, which misses an opportunity for you to actually sit down and explain and have that conversation with someone. And then they miss out on the opportunity to work with you and you know that you could get them a result. So it's like, that's not being a good person.
Yeah, agreed.
And it's worse if you want to do that, sure, but it's worse to be like looking down on other people, like you're tricking them into a consult before you tell them the price.
Yeah,
It's like, no.
No.
Like,
pretty open, talk about money.
Yeah.
Don't really, yeah.
yeah, but they miss out on an
comfortable about it.
opportunity to actually understand what this is
Yeah,
if I tell them the price up front,
of course.
because they don't know what it is yet.
Yeah.
Then it's like that mentality kind of flows out. Even yesterday I put up the story about like the price presentation.
Yeah.
It's not a trick to tell people you want them to do their preferred option, because your preferred option is probably mutual beneficial for you and the trainer.
And how many times do they say, what do you think?
Yeah,
Like, you're the
because
fucking
they come to a
expert,
professional.
bro.
Yeah,
Yeah. I that happens to me all the time now, especially the older you get, the more income you have. Like, you're like, fucking tell me the good one.
yeah,
What do you think?
yeah.
I'm here. You're the expert.
You're the boss. Yeah,
Like, throw it at me, and I'll see if I can make it work.
yeah,
9 times out of 10, I want the best one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Done.
yeah.
No, and I don't feel like I've been scammed. You know what I mean? I feel like I've
Yeah.
been given a great service.
We actually invite each other on consult calls because we know we're going to buy shit. It's like, Jason, you need to come to this because
Yeah, and then I'm like, this is fucking mad.
Buy
Let's get two.
Okay, so why you shouldn't advertise to be busy people?
Why you shouldn't advertise to busy people? Because they don't have the fucking time.
Yeah.
Because they already have the identity of being too busy for shit.
That's the wording for me.
Yeah, it's like the food problems.
Yeah.
Like, it's
That's-
like if you advertise,
next one, but next.
your sauce. Yeah, it's like if you advertise about that shit, you're going to get people
Yeah.
with that shit.
So if you come out and be like, I help busy professionals do X, Y, Z, you're walking out into the
Yeah.
market and being like, hey, do you not really care about your fitness? I'm the right trainer for you.
Yeah, but
And then you go, I want better clients. Like, no shit, bro.
Imagine writing a plan and they're like, I'm too busy. And then you're like, well, that's not good enough. And then you're like, oh, hang on a minute.
That's literally what I fucking advertise for. Yeah, so take busy out of it.
Fucking hell. It's so funny when you think about it.
So we were talking with someone in Standout
Yeah.
about it, and he had busy, and I was like, change it to overwhelmed.
Yeah.
It's like, overwhelmed, I need help, is way better than I'm too busy.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
There's too many fucking balls in the air and I don't know what to do. That is the same reaction as I'm too busy. But if you say I'm overwhelmed.
Busy's the thing you lean on to not do it.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, whereas overwhelmed is like, I
you're
just need help.
I
man.
can fix it.
Yeah, I need help.
I can fix being overwhelmed.
Yeah. So who do
Yeah.
you want to attract into your business? Because the
Yeah.
overwhelmed person's probably got too much on their plate and they're busy.
You know what I mean? You know how often I see that now that you've drawn my attention to it?
Busy.
Like, you know when
All
you
the
know when people put the
All
this
the
is
time.
what I do thing
Number
in
one.
the
Yeah.
bro.
Business coaching first semester. That's why.
So many.
Yeah. Because
are
they
busy.
go willing and able to pay. Busy people will pay you to solve their problems.
Yeah, even like busy corporates.
Yeah.
Those two
That's
together.
exactly. They're
Yeah.
willing to pay because they're too busy to do it themselves.
Yeah.
They're able to pay because they're corporates.
Yeah.
Yeah. And their personal trainer goes, oh, that's a fucking great idea. It's like,
Yeah, and then they're
Have
like,
you ever-
I need a 15-minute workout
Yeah.
3 days a week.
and it's like, you're a 22-year-old personal trainer who's never been in a corporate office before in your life. Go spend a week in there and you
Yeah.
will be like, I don't want to coach these people.
Yeah.
Like, how many people in an office situation actually train?
Yeah. Drink like 4 lattes a day with sugar.
And plus, Sandy brought fucking cupcakes one day.
Yeah. That's
Jenny
it. Go out
brought-
for lunch. You go out for lunch and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And
Do you
they're like,
wanna
oh, I'm too
grab
busy.
a cheeky snooner on the way
Yeah,
home.
yeah, fuck
Yeah.
that. Thanks.
Yeah, it's not a culture that breeds.
Well, it's
that.
not a message you want to send across. Like, you don't want to be attracting those people. Like you said, you want to be like, if you feel overwhelmed and you don't know where to start,
Yeah.
and you want to achieve X, Y, Z, I got you, boss.
Yeah.
Like,
or it works into your lifestyle. I'll allow that. Like, that's cool.
Absolutely.
It's like, I'm looking for a way to make this part of my lifestyle.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not rejecting it because I'm busy.
You got to find another adjective for the identity.
Agreed.
Because there's a heap of people out there that are quote unquote busy.
Yeah.
But they're actually busy but want to make change.
Correct. Yeah. And then the next one is like why we don't talk about relationship with food or body image.
Yeah.
50% of the clients that come through my coaching, we work on perception of body image and relationship with food.
Yeah.
And relationship with training.
Yeah. Well, if you show up for yourself with your training and you get educated on how to fuel yourself through your diet and then you get results along the way, you'll increase your perception of yourself and you will also understand nutrition a lot better, so you'll have less fucked up thoughts and actions around food.
So I didn't get this client, I didn't put out there like, hey, do you have really shit relationships with food and like beat yourself up when you eat Tim Tams? Come and work with me. I was like, hey, do you want to improve your body composition and get stronger at the same time?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, cool. Come in, start coaching. Hey, so I had 2 Tim Tams, so I'm scoring myself lower this week. Bro, you're barely in a deficit.
Yeah.
You still hit your protein, you still hit your fiber, and you had 2 Tim Tams. How about from next week, you just have a 200 calorie allowance for like whatever you need to for those days, so you start beating yourself up about it. I still coach relationship with food, but I don't have a book of 30 people who identify as, but I just like, I have a really poor relationship with food.
Yeah, I'm a foodie.
Yeah. It's like, that's your identity. I'm not going to change your identity.
No, thank you.
Yeah. So that's important. Advanced ICA strategies.
Advanced.
So beyond.
Yeah.
When you think of your ICA.
Yeah.
Because we've spoken, like, I actually used the example of your post in the gym during the week.
Yeah.
Like, this outfit was not an accident.
Yeah.
In my head, I was like, this post is not an accident. You know what I mean? It's like,
agreed. Yeah.
You take pride in the outfits that you wear to the gym.
Yeah.
So do your clients. So
and we also focus on working towards our bodies looking good. So our clothes are going to be looking good. Our cars and our this and our that.
So you showcased that and showed that to people. So if you're the person that's just like, I'm going to throw on a pair of bald trackies and fucking summer of 2015's party shirt and go to the gym, you don't resonate with that post.
No.
So when I talk about advanced strategies for ICA, that's what I'm talking about. The people that I work with like going bush nature-y shit. Whether it's the beach or the bush, because most of my like content outside the gym is trees, or I'm walking somewhere that looks bush because I moved to the country.
Yeah, because it's everywhere.
Yeah, and they want a family and they want whatever. Like, that's important to them. So I show it. Yeah. What else outside of like having grey shoes, grey shorts? What else do you think of with your audience?
It's about getting an idea of the day-to-day stuff, the total lifestyle. Like, you're buying, sometimes people are like, I said it before, like buying energy, looking at someone and going like, this is what I want. Yeah. So it's all encompassing. Where you go, what you do, what you like to do, what you're interested in, what you wear, like all of those things. So I do my best, absolute best to lean into that myself and show, and then make sure you kind of like weave it in with your messaging. Yeah. Weave it in with your problem. Even when you use the problems, like use some of the examples of those things that weave back into the messaging. Talking about like, wearing an outfit on the weekend and looking fresh and, picking the things you want, or going to the shops and buying whatever you wanted and just always looking good in it. Yeah. If you're someone who like likes to buy clothes and likes to wear certain outfits and likes to fit into certain things, like you're going to go, fuck yeah.
Yeah. So and then I think, so if you look at that, the physiques that you're working with are a status symbol. So then, like you said, the car, the location, the restaurant, all of that is all just contributing to a status. Yeah. That's who you work with. So you want to showcase that.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's also like the people that I work with want their it's like a mentality thing too, though, because you want to show that you're hardworking through what you do, but you don't necessarily need to show what you do, because sometimes what you wear, like people are like, well, you must work really fucking hard to get that.
Yeah.
Your body.
Yeah.
Well, you have a body like that. Your work ethic would suggest that you only get a body like that if you have it.
Yeah.
So you've got to think of those things too. And then it's like, okay, well, maybe I need to lean into people who work hard. And people who value work ethic as a thing. So I've got to send messages out, and I've got to show examples, and I've got to lead from the front. Like, if you value hard work, your coach needs to be a hard worker.
Agreed.
You know?
Yeah.
And then, you know, many times I'm like, they're like, my guys are like, fuck, man, it's so awesome to see you killing it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, cool. So if I show that and my guys like it, then what do you think other people align with? Especially like if the outfit's good, if they look at, you know, they like dogs and, you know, they like to go out and they like to do this and they like to do that. It's like, it's just all, and then I'm like, hey man, and I also know you fucking feel like this.
Yeah. And I think what's also important to point out is there are people that looked at that outfit and went,
I'll never fucking wear it.
This fucking poser.
Yeah.
Just go to the gym and shut the fuck up.
Yeah, there's people at my gym are probably like, bro, this dude's got an outfit for every fucking day of the month.
So, like, you don't want to work with them.
Absolutely.
And that's important, I think, too, to be, like, okay with... Because some people go, like, I don't want to post my fit. It kind of feels a bit weird.
Yeah.
Like, trainers would do that because they don't want their mates to be like, this fucking dickhead dresses up to go to the gym and put it on the social media.
Yeah.
They don't want that heat.
Yeah.
But you have to step back and be like, what's the message I'm communicating?
Yeah. And then I also know that like all of my clients, like all they do is go to the gym. So then I always lean into I buy outfits to the gym because I don't go anywhere else.
Because there's nothing else to do.
And then everyone's like, me too.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, I do that as well. I'm like,
Bro,
fuck, of course.
I did my Who Am I post yesterday.
Yeah.
The first one's like the person. So it's like father, husband, friend, coach, mentor. Yeah. And there was another space. Just the way the page laid out. I was like, brother, what the fuck do you do with your life? I was like, I watch Formula One. I drink coffee. I don't even play golf anymore.
No.
Like,
yeah,
I
that's sad.
fucking don't know, man.
That the golf thing hurts my feelings.
I'm just too tired at the moment.
Yeah, it's just I look at the clubs and I'm like, fuck, this is so much money here.
Yeah. But once we get some calories back over summer.
That's true.
Yeah.
We're using an extra day for training.
But yeah, fuck. I was just like, oh dear. That's...
No, I'm the same.
That's a
I'm
problem.
like,
yeah.
Love dogs.
Yeah.
Go gym. Like bodybuilding.
I'm also like, look at my timetable every day and I'm like, there's no room for nothing else.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
I don't think I'd pick up anything else.
Well, yeah. I'm
just upset you can only train for an hour or 2 hours a day.
You can't do more. Yeah. Yeah. I've been thinking about... Anyway, doesn't matter.
Yeah. But yeah, advanced ICA would be getting an idea of the vibe, the lifestyle, the what they represent, almost like seeing if you can get a bit of the values. It's like, I know this person. Values, I know this person has core values, and that's what I was saying before about the work ethic and that. It's like that's an expression of their core values. So most of the people that I would work with would have a similar expression of the core values. Same with yours, because that's where it's like the bushwalking and the this and the family and so like if you can get a bit more of a grasp of those core values of that group of people that you're trying to attract, like your messaging gets real good. Yeah, gets real deliberate. Yeah.
I think the one that stood out to me most recently was I started reading 12 Rules for Life again. Yeah, and that book's been fucking towed. Yeah, and like Jordan's has been dragged through the mud the last 3-4 years in particular. Yeah. And I was like, I kind of hesitated at it. I was like, just don't want to.
Yeah. 12 pretty good rules, but
I don't want to push the wrong. Yeah. I was like, you know what? When this book came out, I talked about it heaps, and I had a client book that I really liked. So it's like, if you see that and you're like, I don't want to work with that guy. He must be a fucking chauvinist because he likes Jordan Peterson. I'm like, I probably don't want to work with you. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, we're not going to get along with him.
Who knows? You might only like 6 of the rules. Like,
exactly.
Fuck man. Like, you don't have to like all of them.
Yeah.
Like,
so it's a bit, I think the willingness I actually had this conversation with the same trainer. Like, he's like, what do I need to work on to become the trainer that runs workshops, runs seminars, takes people to powerlifting meets and go, like, what character traits do I need to go to that next level?
Yeah.
And then be able to like do content well and all that kind of stuff. And something you said that's really landed with me that I don't know how to solve yet, and if I solve it, we'll be really rich. It's just like getting 20-somethings to understand who they are so they can be themselves.
Yeah.
Because still now I'm like, this is me being myself, but I'm a little bit hesitant about it. But if you tell a young trainer, like, be yourself on the internet, embrace the fact that
I didn't even know how I could have been myself on the internet.
you like the outfits to match. So do that. It's like, if you don't know,
Do you
just
reckon?
like, oh, Jason does that, so I'm going to do that. And then,
Well, do you
like,
reckon then that's when you do the like, well, you get to pretend who you want to be until you are?
So who you pretend to be is who you are. That's a good one.
Yeah, so then you're like, well, hey, man, like, if you don't know who you are, it's like have a really good understanding of who you want to be.
Yeah.
And then it's like,
Become that.
yeah, like lean into becoming that as quickly and as much as you can.
Yeah.
Because I think like there's no other option, right? You got no other option at that age.
So do you want to know what I did in this call?
Yeah.
I typed into ChatGPT, I'm a 35-year-old male with a son. I'm married. I run 3 businesses. I like to train in the gym, blah, 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 blah. Write me 50 journal prompts to help me rediscover to discover who I am and my identity. They were fucking fire, dude.
Really?
Yeah, man.
Wow.
Some of them I was like, that needs a day. Like that's a therapy session. And then some of them were like, I've never thought of that question, or even just it's like the Chris Williamson 90 minutes.
Yeah.
But sit down for yourself with one question a day
Ooh,
and reflect on it.
That excites me.
Yeah, I'll
might
send
do
it
that
to you because
myself.
I've got them copied.
Yeah, I might do that too.
There's not many there's like 3.
About kids.
Yeah, but it's like,
I'll just write about my dogs. That's fine.
well, shit that you'll still, because one of them's like, what legacy do I want to leave behind for my kid?
Yeah.
And then like, what do I want my kid to remember me for? So
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
you just
say
take
people.
the kid part out.
Just yeah, that's it. You just you as a person.
Yeah. But one of them was like, what's one moment that shaped who you are? What's one moment from when you were a child that shapes who you are now? And I was just like, bruh, like that's fucking 10 weeks of therapy right there.
Yeah,
that's
bruh.
not going in my diary for my 15-minute journaling session today. That's a little bit much.
Yeah, that sent shivers down my spine already. But maybe like you could say to someone who is a bit younger, it's like getting into the self-work stuff sooner is definitely going to mold who you are, because as a young kid, you don't have those conversations with yourself.
Nah.
Like you're so unaware of the voices that are coming back at you. Like you don't even know how to deal with them. You don't even know what to say back. Like, you know, everyone has those like the doubt, the self-esteem issues, but like you never really get to sit there and be like, hey man, like fucking, you know, if you write all this shit out, it's probably not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
Like, and you probably have a solution to most of these things. And then you've never asked yourself like, what do you stand for? What do you believe in? What do you love and value?
Yeah.
Like,
what do you want people to remember you for? Just knowing that.
So then you're like,
just be that.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
If you don't know who you are, just be that. That's fucking
absolutely.
mad.
And I still reckon you could borrow that energy until you have it.
Yeah, and I like the like pretend thing, because like I'm not a fashion surprise. I'm not a fashion guy.
Yeah.
Like I never have been. I always really like struggled with it, even in high school. I'm like, is this cool? Like,
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Remember my dad bought me. I just like begged for DC shoes. Grew up in Shepparton. Fuck off.
Yeah.
For ages.
Yeah.
And I was like, I need skate shoes. And he came home like so proud. He got me Rivers skate shoes.
Damn.
And I was like, brother, I can't wear these to school. I can't wear these to the skate park. This is not.
Yeah.
I understand what you've tried to do here, but this is a real problem.
Yeah.
So like that was me as a teenager, and then like you knew me early 20s, like I fucking had no idea what I was doing.
Yeah.
Now, the way I dress, I would say is conscious, not in that I want the freshest drip. It's just like when someone sees me, they're gonna formulate an idea of who I am.
Yeah.
I want to control that is.
Yeah.
So I don't want to look raggedy. I don't want to look too polished. I don't want to look like there's lots of things that I don't want someone to think. And then I do want them to think this.
Yeah.
So that's how I formulate an outfit or whatever. Like I got these pants. I'm like, I can't wear this to Body Blitz, man. Like I cannot.
Yeah.
That would just, everyone just be like, what the fuck? Because in that room, I don't want to be seen as that. But when we go to mix tomorrow, it's going to be 30 degrees. But if I went to a different gym, 100%, let's do it. So I think that for me is like an element of like pretending who you pretend to be is who you are.
Yeah.
Because everyone in that room goes, Ben's like kind of a wholesome meathead.
Yeah.
And that's the vibe I want to give. So all my choices are made off the back of that. Yeah, I hope that is useful for people.
I think there's a bit of nuggets in there.
I had a lot of caffeine at the start of that.
Yeah, we were.
And flu.
There was a moment there I was like, how are we getting back to this?
Flu.
Lots of weaving.
I think we started at 10, so I think we're good.
Yeah, we're absolutely.
We have no time.
We're absolutely good. I'm starving.
Yeah, it's time to go train, and it's hot now.
Yeah.
All right, guys. As always, thank you for tuning in. I hope the episode was valuable. Even the banter at the start, we went nice and long on that for you guys. I always run out of banter because we record fit first.
Yeah.
So it's always like straight into questions.
Yeah, we got it.
So I actually wrote stuff down today. I was like,
for the banter,
we're going to talk about these things first.
That's good.
Hit subscribe, hit like, share it. We're not seeing many shares at the moment.
Yeah. Share the pod.
Hit the share button on Spotify. I think the issue is that people try and screenshot it and it goes black screen.
Yeah.
If you hit the share button to Instagram, you'll get the cover and everything.
Yeah.
It won't look weird. Your Instagram stories will still look fancy.
Please share it.
Please. Tag us. And we'll be back next week. I think it's just us again. So any questions, share them through.
See you guys.